The source material for this reaction video has been edited for pacing. Dead air and unrelated material have been removed, but clips remain chronological and in context, for edutainment purposes only. Did you guys know that Hasan Piker was a fat kid? Yeah, so did I.
It's my hot body, I'll do what I want.
It's showtime.
Did you guys know that Hasan Piker is 35? That's right, he hasn't been a fat kid for over 20 years.
Food noise is a constant thing. I'm always thinking about food. There's not a single moment of the day where I'm not thinking about food.
That's kind of a crazy claim. I mean, I understand that, for example, men think of sex all the time. They can't help it. It's testosterone. But what is it about Hasan that he's thinking of food all the time instead of that?
When I'm eating food, I'm thinking about my next meal.
I know I can't provide a reason here, but I just don't believe him. Let's see if he can prove me wrong.
And this is something that a lot of people don't realize.
It's never a good sign when a narcissist goes into expert mode. He knows everything about food and food addiction, and we know nothing. Get ready to be schooled, class.
Like, this is a very real thing.
And I guarantee that a large percentage of your audience has it.
That former fatties know very well and current fatties know very well.
Well, that's actually 2/3 of America when it comes to, population statistics. So why do we need your lecture?
I think about food every single second of the day.
I know I usually cut pauses, but I think it's important here to see Hasan coming up with these ideas in real time because these are ideas that are his. He's not cribbing them from anywhere else.
I think about food. I dream about food.
I wonder what that means. Does that mean he's eating food, or does it mean that he's diving into a giant sundae like he's Scrooge McDuck in a bank vault?
I love to dive around in it like a porpoise.
I dream about foods that I haven't consumed yet.
Wait, really? So how does that work? Are you tasting the food in your dream, or are you just dreaming that someone else is eating it and you're watching?
I dream about, what kind of food that I would have, and then it makes me sad.
No, you don't. That's a lie. How do I know it's a lie? 1, you had to think of it, and 2, you used "ya know."
Because I'm like, oh my God, I can't have that food because if I have that food, I'm gonna gain weight.
But do you dream of delicious places filled with things like chocolate waterfalls?
Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
It's literally all I think about all the time.
He means figuratively.
As a matter of fact, now that I'm talking about it, I'm sure plenty of other people are also thinking about it.
That's a weird statement to me because you're not actually talking about foods. You're talking about the concept of food. And food as a concept is not necessarily engaging or entertaining. It matters what the dish is.
There's not a single moment where food is not in my mind.
When you're laying on your back at night with your fap top on your belly, you're still thinking about food? I don't believe you.
Not even just in my mind, but top of my mind.
Now you're making me wonder what kind of videos and still images you have on that fap top and how much food they incorporate.
Okay? In a way that literally changes the dynamic of the day for me.
Does someone have a secret cache of clips of Hasan Piker talking about his food obsession? Because I have never heard of him doing so before this.
Okay?
No, it's not okay. I don't believe you. I'm not going along with it.
It's in my mind while I'm literally eating food.
That's good because you shouldn't be unconsciously eating. You should be very conscious of your food, especially since, like you say, you're a former fatty.
Okay?
No, it's not okay. I think you need some help.
And it is a weight that I have to constantly deal with on my shoulders.
And now we've reached the self-victimization routine of the narcissist.
Gauge time by when I will eat again, that too.
Bullshit. You're just taking ideas from your chat because you ran out of things to say yourself and the things you said were not convincing.
And it sucks.
Does it suck, Hasan? Does it? Because you're telling us it impedes your daily activities.
It's ass. And I know, people don't understand this because,
They don't? People don't understand food noise or food addiction? They don't understand that, Hasan? You're the only one?
There are just people out there who don't do that. Like, there are people out there who do not experience that.
Oh, we're going for the opposite here. He's talking about how rare it is for a person not to have food noise.
At all. Okay?
Annie, are you walking? Are you walking, Annie?
Which is so strange to me because I've never known a moment in my life where I haven't been like that.
I can't believe you. How could I possibly believe you? Look at you. You may have been a fat kid, but you've worked very hard not to be a fat adult. And I think there are things that take up the top of your mind much more than the idea of your next chicken dinner.
Okay?
It's not okay. You're trying to claim some sort of victimhood of food noise, which I believe is stolen valor.
So a lot of people who have never had that, a lot of people who have just never had that issue will be like, what do you mean just stop eating? And it's like, dude, it's not that easy.
He speaks as though the weight loss industry hasn't been $1 billion industry for decades. Hell, not for decades, for generations.
You're out of your fucking mind.
The self-satisfied smile of a man who has baited his audience into fighting him on something he doesn't know anything about and is taking a fake position on.
Not gonna lie, I fucking hate eating. Yeah, I will never know that feeling. I will never know what it feels like to hate eating.
Which makes you part of the vast majority of humanity.
I love eating. I'm an eater.
You're not an android or cyborg from the future. You're a human being.
I live and die for eating.
No, you don't. If you did, you'd have much more than a drinks fridge in that room with you. If you did, you'd be eating a lot more times than when your chicken arrives from DoorDash.
Eating is probably one of the most, like, eating food is literally part of the reason why I exist.
Well, it does keep, it does keep you alive.
Perhaps it's also the reason, maybe it's part of the reason why I have never felt like chronic depression in my life.
Holy woo, Gwyneth Paltrow. What are we talking about?
Because why be depressed? I have food to eat.
I'm sure in Hasan's mind, he's thinking of specific foods. But because he's so bad at communication, he's not sharing those foods with us. So what this says to me is, why should I be depressed when I have enough to sustain my existence?
Like new foods I haven't tasted yet, or even old foods that I have tasted that I would like to taste again.
Nope. This is all bullshit. There's no evidence of this in your years of online activity that you have any sort of food addiction, compulsion, or obsession.
You know what I mean? Like, I have a reason for existence, and that is eating.
No, your reason for existence is ego amelioration.
And for me, I have clearly, I've clearly like found ways to manipulate my mind.
Oh, that's it. He's just superior to every other human being, and through the absolute control of his willpower, has kept himself from being a fatty.
Like, for example,
Ooh, yes. Give me a big balloon of hot air I can pop.
I love treats. I love sweet treats. Okay. I have a big sweet tooth.
Is that your excuse for your continued consumption of BDS soda products?
So what do? Okay. 0 calorie, 0 sugar sodas. That's one way.
It's so funny when they actually answer my question because I never expect them to.
That I trick myself into having sweet treats throughout the entire day.
You mean you've never tried fruit?
And then the other thing that I do is I have protein snacks. I have protein stuff. I love chips.
He doesn't snack though. He spends like 5 to 10 hours of his day every day on stream, and I've never seen him snack.
Okay. I love chips.
No, you don't. You know who loves chips? A person who knows that it will give them the runs but still eats a party-sized bag of flaming hot Cheetos because damn, they're delicious.
So instead of having fucking Pringles or, Ruffles or Lay's or any of those other brands.
Weak argument if the only thing you've got to compare them to are the shittiest of potato chips.
I eat Quest chips.
Those chips are as expensive as Pokemon cookies.
Right? So at least I'm still getting my protein intake and it doesn't taste as good.
Dude, if you like potato chips, just get baked potato chips. You don't need to add protein to things. You do need carbohydrates.
But it tastes good enough that I can trick myself into believing that I'm having fucking chips.
Oh, so you're into volume. Like ALR.
Low-calorie foods for high volume so I can feel full because your girl still wants to eat.
So then I'm like, okay, I'm full. I've gotten enough chips in me.
That's not what food addicts say. That's not what people with food noise say. That's not what people who enjoy flaming hot Cheetos say. They say nothing as they consume the majority of the food that's available in front of them.
Because if it tasted more delicious, I probably want to crack open multiple bags.
So the reason you eat the Quest chips isn't because they're healthier, it's because they don't taste as good, so you don't eat as many. Is that the way all health food works?
But it tastes just good enough that I can eat one and be satisfied.
So it's definitely not like Lay's potato chips.
No one can eat just one. You're kidding. I can. Just one. So all you need is one.
Okay?
No, it's not okay. If you're telling us the truth, you have a deep-seated issue with food.
Same with, Halo Top ice cream or other shittier versions of ice cream.
When he's mentioning brands that make shittier foods, have you guys noticed they're the more expensive brands?
Ice cream that's like real and good, like Salt and Straw, I need the whole pint, okay?
No, that doesn't make sense. Like, it literally doesn't make sense. A full fat, full sugar ice cream would satiate you more than a low or no sugar, low or no fat ice cream. It's just a fact of biology. So you're lying to yourself and or your audience.
I can down it like it's nobody's fucking business. See, I'm talking about food again. I love food so much.
What do you mean you're talking about food again? You've never stopped talking about food. This is all about food. You can't convince me by referring to a single type of ice cream that you're a food addict.
Ice cream that is like one of those protein substitutes is just good enough to satisfy my craving for ice cream.
That's not how that works. And protein is just the latest buzzword filler that they're adding to products to make you think they're healthier than they are.
But it's not so good that I have to eat like 1,000,000 fucking pounds of it.
Hasan has a very unique biology because that's literally the opposite of what human beings tend to do. If you have the lower fat, lower sugar option, you end up eating more of it because you're not satiated.
Okay? So there's also that.
You might be wondering, why was there such a long pause between okay and there's also that? It's because Hasan was waiting for something in his chat to pop up that he could say aloud and then argue with.
Same with all the other protein snacks that I have, like protein Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts shouldn't have protein. They're grain and sugar and fruit. There shouldn't be protein there. If you need protein, you should eat foods that naturally have protein instead of believing what companies tell you by slapping stickers on their packages.
Or, protein, like a protein shake.
A protein shake. I have never heard of those before.
I love milkshakes.
I think most people love milkshakes. They're full of fat and sugar. They're delicious.
But protein shakes are fine. You know what I mean? It satisfies the craving.
Are there really so many men out there who are in love with milkshakes that they're addicted to protein shakes?
It kills the need, but it's also not so good that I want like 1,000,000 fucking, I want to slam back multiple protein shakes.
So it's not about volume eating.
Davi calls Halo Top methadone. Oh my God.
I call it too expensive unless it's a grocery outlet.
As a fatty who is allergic to dairy and can't eat protein-enriched things because it's just whey protein, I'm jealous.
Don't be jealous, self-identified fatty. All of this protein nonsense is nonsense.
Yeah.
See? He agrees with me.
So working out is low-key goated because you can eat more. That's literally not true. And that is the wrongest thing you could possibly say.
But it's literally true. If you're exercising daily, you have a higher caloric need, which means that you eat more food. That's just true.
You can never outwork your diet.
Depends on what that diet is made up of.
Okay?
You're speaking about your own diet. You don't know what other people eat.
That's literally untrue.
No, that's literally untrue.
That's the wrongest thing. It's the classic.
No, it's not, because you're still speaking from the fatty perspective, and they're speaking of the perspective of a person who might enjoy food and want to eat more of it.
Abs are made in the kitchen is a cliche, but it's true.
I'm not a fitness bro, so I looked it up just to make sure it was a real cliche. Don't worry, it is.
Okay? You cannot outwork your diet. It's just virtually impossible.
There's the word, virtually. No, it's not impossible because you said the word diet. You did not imply what kind of diet. A high-fat diet, a high-calorie diet, a low-calorie diet. You did not define the diet. Therefore, yes, you can outwork your diet because you didn't tell us what the diet was.
Okay? As a matter of fact, there's a reason why people say it's better to like walk long distances as like a way to lose weight rather than like sprint or rather than do like high intensity interval training.
Because the best thing you can do for your body with exercise is improve your endurance for that exercise.
Because working out actually increases your appetite.
Oh my God. Does it? Expending energy means that I would require more energy?
And increases your starvation. Your body's like, oh my God, feed me. I need to, you're breaking down all of this muscle. We need to rebuild it.
You're not breaking down muscle. You're tearing the muscle. Does he not know how the body works?
Which will then cause you to eat more, and you could accidentally gain weight if you're trying to lose weight, for example.
And nobody said anything about losing weight or gaining weight. You're the only one who added that to the equation.
Anyway, so yeah, zone 2 is the best for losing fat. Abs are made in the gym, but revealed in the kitchen. Sure.
Why are you so dismissive? Because you already said that?
What is this? I literally work out to simulate my appetite. They check my body fat when I started the gym when I was 20 and it was like 3%. That's crazy.
It's crazy because Hasan can't imagine anybody's metabolism being different from his metabolism because he only experiences the world through his own eyes.
Yeah. The thing is, like, obviously, if you're, you know, like a fucking ultra marathon athlete or whatever, yes, you can fucking outwork your diet, I guess.
And the walk back, which is part of the whole cycle, isn't it? Eventually, he does get confronted with the reality of whatever the subject is he's talking about and has to make little walkbacks to explain the pieces that he dropped from his communication.
But the average person doesn't walk nearly as much. The average person doesn't work out nearly as much. Most people are far more sedentary.
Yeah, your audience knows they're those people.
Than that. And that is precisely the reason why I say most normal human beings cannot outwork their diet.
Story of Hasan's life. He makes a statement not realizing that he hasn't communicated all of the details that are needed and has to add the adjectives in later.
Okay?
Yeah, this is slightly okay this time.
I run a 5K 3 times a week and it keeps me in good shape. Yeah, that's crazy. Holy shit. My knees buckled thinking about that.
That comes across as sarcasm because it doesn't come across as genuine. We didn't see your knees buckle. We didn't see you move at all.
And by the way, that chatter is like 3%. When that chatter said like I got my body fat tested and it was 3%, that means like he needed medical intervention.
That was obvious from context. Did you just figure that out?
To obviously gain weight. Otherwise he would die. Okay? Because 3% I think is literally like.
I think literally like does not make me think that you know what you're talking about.
I mean, each body is different. Some people are more comfortable at 10%. Some people are more comfortable. Some people can be comfortable at 7%. It's, you know, naturally.
Yeah, he did. He just figured that out. He just remembered that 7 to 10% body fat is ideal and 3 must be severely under. And he's trying to act like he knew this the whole time and he's going to teach us about it.
But when you get down to that level, it means that like skipping a meal could kill you. Okay?
No, not okay. That's nonsense. You know nothing about diet and nutrition.
Like 3%, if you're a woman, means you're dead.
I feel like he found single digit numbers to grasp onto. And so that's what he's going with.
Anyway, do you find that you struggle with the extreme swings between your physical activity and your job, sitting in a chair 8 hours a day? I'm struggling to find the balance outside of my training sessions because I just sit at home for work.
Good question. Most people don't have what we have down here in the bunker, where we've got the entire Barbie gym from the 80s. You had to buy them separately, so it's a really big deal. We have all of it.
No, I mean, I've gotten so used to it. My ass is fat. Luckily, I can sit on this chair. I have a good chair and it's fine.
He's not talking about comfy chairs.
Fetch the comfy chair. The comfy chair?
He's talking about the fact that his job requires him to be sedentary for long periods of time, just like yours.
For the most part. I mean, like, I woke up at 5:30 this morning so I could go hit the gym.
That's good that he can fit time for it in his schedule. It's a shame he has to get up so early.
And the reason why I did that is because I shot the podcast earlier.
So you don't get up at 5:30 every morning.
And I knew that I had to hit the gym or otherwise I would go fucking crazy.
Why? What would make you crazy? Can you explain that to us so we can understand?
So, I just, as long as I get that out of my system, I'm good.
What I'm getting from this statement is Hasan tries to get his exercise out in the morning and kind of burn off excess energy, and that helps him sit in that chair for so many hours. This is the first time I've actually heard a response from Hasan that made sense and wasn't a lie.
Anyway, this conversation is making me hungry, bro. Dude, I know. Okay.
And I am not, but that might be because I'm not into Halo Top ice cream or Quest chips or any of these other overpriced, not as tasty treats.
It's just know that every moment that I am live talking to you, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking food, yum.
That's why we know you're lying, because you'd say something about a specific food, because everybody who loves food has specific foods that they would be thinking of instead of just food. It's not a cornucopia, it's the candy aisle. You should be able to name the Mars bars.
I'm just revealing that information to you if you didn't know already.
Your actions do not reflect your claim that you are so obsessed with food that you think about it constantly.
There's never been a moment. There's never a moment throughout my day where I am not literally consistently thinking about food.
You mean you're being figurative? If you couldn't stop thinking about food, you'd be 700 pounds and hospitalized.
That I will eat in the future, food that I've eaten in the past.
Oh my God, just stop it. You are not the most obsessed with food. If you were, you'd have a food show. You'd be cooking food and consuming food as your content. It is not your content because what you're obsessed with is attention. And whatever the attention economy requires, that's what you're willing to do.
Like right now, I'm thinking about my Uber Eats delivery.
And if you really are, you'd be describing it to us. So I expect a lot of imagery. Go.
Okay. I haven't made it yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you're thinking about it. You're thinking, what should I have for lunch?
I'm like, ooh, should I have the teriyaki chicken today? Or should I have the Middle Eastern chicken today?
See, this is you lying. You've only got 2 types of chicken that you can name, and one of them isn't even a type of chicken, it's a region, and could describe a variety of chicken dishes. If you can't name more than 1 chicken dish, you're lying about your food obsession.
Ooh, that's going to be delicious. Maybe I think I want the teriyaki chicken. Do I go with the extra side of straight white chicken breast or do I not?
Yes, adding plain white chicken breast to a meal makes it ever so much more delicious and not at all functional for building muscle mass. You don't have a food obsession. No, I don't know. Because if I were ordering teriyaki chicken, I'd be trying to decide between, do I want tempura on this side? Do I want sashimi on this side? No, not with you. You're ordering your chicken with extra chicken.
Fat LARPing is crazy. You think this is a LARP?
Yes. As a person who watches Gore World, I know that you are lying.
Are you fucking stupid?
That's it. You can't actually defend yourself with concrete facts, so you just call them stupid for pointing out the fact that you're lying to them?
Dog, have you ever seen me on camera with food?
Yes, you're always shoveling it in very quickly to get it out of the way.
Including the times where I eat throughout the day, but also, like, go back to the Shoykot Chakrabarti clip of me and him eating together.
A single meal does not a food obsession make.
And you will see if I'm fucking LARPing or if I'm a real one.
You can only point to one specific instance where you pigged out on camera. That's it.
I get sad when I'm full. There's still yummy food on the table. It's weak, man. I finish all the food on the table. I don't leave food on the table.
Because not only is Hasan the most food-obsessed person ever, he is also the hungriest person ever with the largest stomach ever, and he even eats the condiments. Hasan insists he is the most. He understands the most. He has the most food obsession. He is the biggest victim of food obsession. You have no idea what you're talking about when you disagree with him. That's kind of his shtick. And as part of my shtick, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell me in the comments below, if you have food noise, what is it like for you? Because the way Hasan describes it is so disingenuous. Now it's time for my Ghoul Scout cookies. See you later.